I did. Good morning, AKD family, and happy Thursday. I hope your morning is off to a great start and you are ready for another great day at Anna K. Davey Elementary. Let's start our day with the Pledge of Allegiance to our American flag. At this time, please stand.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Our lunch choices for today are taco salad and chicken sandwich. Our lunch choices for tomorrow are corn dog and chicken tenders.
All right, next up, let's see who is celebrating a birthday. So birthday wishes go out to DeKyrie Haywood in Miss Anderson's class, Miss Copeland's class right now, but Miss Anderson will be back soon from her maternity leave. Stephon Johnson in Mr. Travis's class, and Trayvon Jackson in Miss Aiken's class. So happy birthday to those friends, and after the morning announcements are over, please come to the Media Center to get your birthday bag. It's now time for a few quick recognitions and announcements. I have a few positive behavior referrals to announce, and so let me start there. Ayer McDermott earned a positive behavior referral, and I think I'm saying your name right, but if I'm not, please correct me later. And everything is checked off on this positive behavior referral, and this is what Miss Robinson wrote. During Kinder Corner time, Ayer got upset when his teacher didn't call on him. Instead of turning red, he blew on his soup and calmed right down. Keep up the good work, Ayer. I love that. And that is one of those calming strategies that we talked about last year. And I know we haven't spent a lot of time on that this year, but we don't have a lot of new friends at AKD. So if you were here last year, we talked about engines and what to do when your engine gets in the red. And one of the calming strategies that we talked about is smelling your soup and taking some deep breaths. And believe it or not, we have to do that sometimes as adults. I have to do that as the principal. My engine gets in the red just like your engine. We're all human beings. And so we get upset, we get frustrated. And so it's good to have a couple go-to techniques to use when your engine gets in the red so that you can get your engine back in the green and you can get back to what you're doing in the classroom. So great job. I love to hear that you're using that smelling the soup strategy to help you cool your engine off. All right, next up, Rosemarie Padilla. I think I said your last name wrong. Right, Rosemarie, I think. I know I said your first name right. All right, and this is also for Miss Robinson, and everything's checked off on Rosemarie's positive behavior referral, and Miss Robinson wrote, she was very kind to one of her friends on the playground. They tripped and fell down, and Rosemarie helped them up. So thank you, Rosemarie, for having great courteous behavior on the playground and helping out one of your friends that tripped. What I'd like to see when I get on your bus this afternoon is you in your seat. That would really help me out when I'm getting everyone on the bus in the afternoon. All right, and the next one is from Miss Robinson as well and Miss Waters, and I know I'm gonna say this name wrong, but this is Aiden and Major's little sister in kindergarten, and I think it is Elvina, and I know I'm saying it wrong, so you correct me later. And everything is checked off on her positive behavior referral, and Miss Robinson said she was very kind and helpful to another student during reading today. She helped them with materials and showed them what to do. So thank you for having really great courteous behavior during your reading block. And that's kind of consistent with what we see from your older brothers. And so that's very exciting. So when the morning show is over, if you earned a positive behavior referral, please come to the Media Center to get your positive behavior referral, take a picture, and we'll give you a little treat for having RCS behavior in the classroom. All right, I'm gonna get out of the way because Dr. World has a problem solver referral to announce.
Good morning, AKD. I have a problem solver referral for our sir, McDermott. He has checked off 5, 6, and 7. Use appropriate tools strategically, attends to precision, and looks for and makes use of structure. Ms. Robinson wrote, Our sir has been working hard on his dot cards and 10 frames. He can use his mental math skills to read and recognize all numbers 0 to 10 on dot cards and 10 frames. So congratulations, our sir McDermott. When you come up here I think you also received
Positive
a
behavior
positive behavior referral. So good job. The rest of you students, keep working hard in math, and maybe you'll be a problem solver too, and you can earn one of these problem solver referrals.
Thank you, Dr. World. All right, next up, let's talk about the RCS Family Fun Fest. All right, waivers went home yesterday. In order to get a wristband tomorrow, you have to bring your waiver back to school. And teachers, I need your help with something. Before you send them down to the office, please put your name in the upper right-hand corner. So, for example, if I am in Miss Garvey's class and I return my waiver, before Miss Garvey sends all of her waivers down to the office, she is going to write Garvey in the upper right-hand corner. That's going to help myself, Miss Watley, Miss Overby, and Miss Alley check off the students that return their waiver to school. And that's going to help us organize all of the wristbands. Because as you can imagine, that's going to be a pretty big task. And I want to make sure that all of the students that return their waiver to school get a wristband to take home with them. And students, you can't come to the Family Fun Fest unless you return your waiver and you have a wristband. So I don't necessarily know how all of it's going to work, but what I have in my head is there's going to be a couple of adults kind of checking for that as everyone's coming to the Family Fun Fest. And if we don't see a wristband, we're going to turn you away. That's the understanding that I have from the folks at the central office that organized the event. But, you know, just to tell you a little bit more about the Family Fun Fest, it's at Heritage Park, which is across the street from Barron Stadium. Heritage Park is behind the levee. So if you don't know what a levee is, it helps keep us safe from the rivers that are around downtown Rome. Sometimes we get a lot of rain and the rivers flood, and the levee keeps all that water out of downtown Rome. So it looks like a small little mountain, a small hill. And there's a walking path on top of the hill. And so when we say behind the levee, we're talking about what's between the levee and the river. And so Heritage Park is right there on the Coosa River. I think it's the Coosa River. It might be the Etowah, but I think it's the Coosa. Heritage Park is right on the Coosa River, and it's between the Coosa River and the levee. So it's behind the levee, across the street from Barron Stadium. And the Fan Fest starts, or the Family Fun Fest starts at 4 o'clock, and it will run until 6 o'clock. And I think the plan is that everyone heads over to the footbridge that crosses the Oostanala River, and that's where the Rome High School football team walks into Barron Stadium, and usually there's a big crowd cheering them on before they get started for the football game. The last thing I want to mention is when I looked at the flyer, it says there are going to be inflatables, there are going to be games, face painting, so it should be a good time. If you can't make it to the event on Friday, there are 3 other events scheduled, and they're all going to happen before home football games. So you'll have other opportunities to attend the Family Fun Fest if you can't make it this Friday. All right, next. This announcement is for all of my science and social studies teachers. You have grade levels in the conference room in the media center during your planning time. Ms. Stallings is here from RESA, and she would like you to bring your device with you, so bring your computer with you. This was in my weekly email, and I also sent up a follow-up email yesterday, so if you're trying to figure out if you have to attend, check your email. And if you got an email about grade levels today from me yesterday, then you need to attend during your planning time. Please make sure you head this way right after you drop your students off from activity. All right. It's now time to give everyone a little wolf power. Are you ready? Repeat after me. I am a good student. I am successful. I can do whatever is asked of me. And my favorite one, I will be better today than I was yesterday. That's always my goal. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect, but I try to be better than I was yesterday. So work hard today in the classroom, and let me end the morning show the same way I do every day. Don't forget, at AKD, we do things the RCS way. We are ready to learn, courteous, and safe. If you are celebrating a birthday, please come to the Media Center at this time to get your birthday bag. If you earned a positive behavior referral, please also make your way to the Media Center at this time. Have a great day, AKD.